Next, ladies and gentlemen, we highlight how women are breaking barriers and driving innovation in luxury and entrepreneurship. To take us through this discussion, please welcome to the stage Mary Kokia, the head of brand sponsorship and activation at the Rise Group, and your moderator, Leila Azad, creative producer at Forbes Middle East.
Hi, Mary. Good morning. Good afternoon, I should say. I wanted to go right ahead and ask you, how do you see the role of women entrepreneurs in redefining traditional industries like sports, and what unique contributions do they bring to the table?
Thank you very much. It's really a pleasure to be here today. I met so many inspiring, amazing ladies. Very motivating to hear all these stories. Well, clearly, in women in sports, we're underrepresented. You can tell I'm alone. We don't have many people working in the sports business. But I'm sure this is changing. And my journey as well, to share with you personally how I moved from my educational background into sports, has been not very traditional. I'm a lawyer with my background, and why I decided to study law is because my aunt, who was a lawyer as well, she was a very powerful woman, and she would make her voice heard with the rooms full of men, and many people would say that she's as smart as men, you know? So I wanted to be this kind of woman, and I decided to study law to become her. But eventually I realized, more I developed and more I achieved in my career, I realized that we don't really need to pretend. We don't need to be like men. We don't need to be like anyone. We genuinely need to be us. The only person we need to make happy is ourselves. I think previous speakers also mentioned, but authenticity is our superpower. And if I share one thing with my peers, other women, the ladies who are on their career paths now, is just being yourself and believe in yourself. And the only person you should not disappoint is only you. And that's it.
That's really powerful. I think that's great advice, actually. In your role at Rise Group, how have you navigated the unique challenges of working in a male-dominated sports industry in the Middle East, and what steps have you taken to elevate women's roles within this field?
Well, indeed, in sports business, majority of people working are men. You enter the room full of men, you have negotiations with men, and you really need to be self-confident in order to succeed. However, self-confidence is obviously very hard. Very hard, especially when society is not pushing you for the same. But from the very beginning, I was really lucky, whether it's family, whether it's my friends, and in career as well. I've been really supported by amazing women and men, because I think mentorship from men is really important in order to boost our self-confidence and help us to believe that we can really achieve a lot. So at my current company as well, I'm very independent in my decisions. I'm supported by powerful men behind me and women. And what I do is the majority of my team members are women. Very inspiring. Some of the very inspiring Saudi women whose resilience and the motivation and decision-making, open-mindedness really amuses me every single day, and that's big motivation. But obviously, when we enter a room full of men, when we meet, for instance, with the football clubs, it's challenging. It's challenging, and it's quite okay to be afraid. But I think what I always teach myself as well, although it took me 3 diplomas, 2 master's degrees to reach here, and the many years of work experience. But I think the key is, although it's easier said than done, is never to be afraid of failure. And whenever we fail, even last week, we had a really important project. It didn't go as we planned it. But it's okay, as long as we learn and reflect, and it genuinely so, things are becoming much better. And I think key is also what I always repeat to myself and to my team is leadership doesn't really have gender. All that matters is our results. If we stand up every day, show up, do the work, and our results speak really much better than any words.
I love that. Thank you so much. Mary, I want to ask you to wrap this up. What strategies do you believe women in the sports business need to implement to push boundaries and gain equal recognition in the Middle East's evolving sports ecosystem?
We all know, whoever lives in the Middle East, in this country specifically, we all know that sports ecosystem is revolving. It develops rapidly, and women really play a key role. Without women, whether it's in professional sports or in sports business, there is no way anyone that achieves success. But underrepresentation is still an issue, not just in the Middle East, but also in general in the world. And we know this, and we work for it. We tackle it. And if we compare where we were a century ago or even 50 years ago, at the moment we are much more represented. We have so many inspiring women in the sports business. We have so many athletes, women who are becoming role models for the young girls who are developing now. And in general, I think what we need to develop is resilience against stereotypes. By our action, we really need to break these stereotypes, break the boundaries. And generally, I'm not really in favor of positive discrimination, but we don't really need it. All we need is equal chances, equal opportunities, just to help someone to help us open the doors. And I think the key and the most important is it's on us, on women who are in the leadership roles. I think we need to open the doors for others, for the girls who are starting their career now, and teach them it's fine to make mistakes and it's fine to seek for the help. As long as we support each other, the world is genuinely a much better place. And I believe, I've seen it, and I believe in it.
Thank you so much. That was very inspiring day. Everyone, give it up for Mary.
Thank you.